Hey guys, welcome back to The Buzz. I'm Tiara Bree and you're watching Buzzworthy Businesses. Today I am with Evan Miller, a clothing tailor here in Jacksonville. How are you?
Good. I'm good. Glad to be here.
Wonderful.
Thanks for the invite.
Very nice suit, by the way.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So, can I ask you, what do you do?
Yeah, so I am a personal clothing tailor and haberdasher for primarily really busy guys here in the area. I actually used to be down in Orlando and then recently moved up here to kind of help out the umbrella company grow out from there.
And see, I didn't come here to help them, but I do the same thing. I just moved from Orlando to here as well. That's awesome.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
And so you do custom clothing. Is it just suits or is it all clothing that
I do everything. Based on kind of what the guy is doing, my goal is to, no pun intended, tailor towards his needs. So if it's someone that's more casual or they just want to play golf or they're looking for some just, I would say, nicer quality or they just plain out hate to shop, I kind of alleviate all the headaches from that.
That's awesome. So you do personal shopping if they ask?
Not exactly.
Okay.
I'm actually, most of my product that I make for my clients is going to be custom made to measure. So I'll specify based on what they like. We'll pick out fabrics and detail it out the way they want. But then what I do is for the guys that don't like going shopping for other parts of their wardrobe, I'll sit there and I'm actually partnered with certain brands that I can carry their product to and just make it easy for them.
That's awesome. And how did you get into this?
I actually got somewhat recruited, believe it or not. I used to compete in these sales competitions back in college. And from there, a lot of these high-end business companies would come out. They heavily recruit. To them, it's why go to 50 different schools when you can go to one competition and find the cream of the crop. Yeah. And from there, you get exposed to a lot of businesses you probably just don't think of or realize are out there until you get into the real world.
That's awesome. And so with the parent company or the umbrella company, is that franchises that people have in the company?
No, so the company I'm associated with is called Tom James Company. Okay. They're the largest custom clothing company in the world. They own a lot of different brands. People don't really realize that. They're kind of like ABC channels, the best metaphor. They're out there. They own a lot of different channels. Just people don't realize it's all underneath the same masthead. But that's what allows us to kind of control the process. So in the event problems ever occur, we can find out immediately what happened and how can we get taken care of with the client, make sure they're taken care of.
Definitely. And are you all targeting a specific type of client or is it just any guy that wants custom clothing?
Any guy that technically wants custom clothing, if they can, sit there and at least I would say pay for the services, of course, I'm always there to help them out in any way that I can. Majority of it is going to be the working class and usually guys that are on the executive level, attorneys, doctors, financial advisors, business owners, that kind of thing. It's normally more towards the guys that just plain out don't have time. That's usually where the biggest factor comes back. But then also for the guys that just need help dressing too, if they need experience in that regards, of course, just like themselves in their field, I'm keeping myself up to date in the latest trends and fashions and that kind of thing.
That's awesome. And so they can come get a suit like the one you're wearing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything I'm wearing is,
Very
yeah,
nice.
exactly.
That's very well put together. That's great. And so if they come, do they just get one suit or can they order a bulk suit or how does that process work?
Sure. So what will happen pretty much is normally I work by referral base. Usually guys, I do a good job for them. They're going to pass me on to their friends and I'll get the chance to work around that kind of way. But usually based on the guy, if they want to sit there and revamp the wardrobe overnight, they technically can. If there's someone that wants to piecemeal together, which is normally how I recommend it, because they're also going to start to learn too things that they like, things they don't like. Kind of like with cars, you may get into a new car, you like it a lot, then you get a different one, and all of a sudden you're like, all right, this is kind of cool. I like the way this kind of differentiates. Yeah. So I usually will piecemeal together. The hardest part's really getting down their pattern, and then once they get their pattern down, from there on, they can be as involved with the process or as little involved. Some guys will even have their wives work with me instead if that's easier for them. That's cool. Or they trust, hey, the wife wants to see me in it.
And they definitely want to see their men in suits, so I'm sure they'd like to work with you.
Or if the guy just says, hey, I'm looking for something different, of course I carry a ridiculous selection when it comes to down here. I'm from DC originally, DC, suit capital of the world. So from there, the selection down here is a little bit more sparse.
It is, yes.
So from there, I make it easy for them.
So we definitely need you here in Jacksonville. If people want your services, how can they contact you?
Sure. So there are a couple different ways. One, you can look up, the company's called Tom James Company. Once again, if you look them up in Jacksonville, you'll see my name pop up. You can also sit there and follow me on LinkedIn. That's heavily how I normally get in contact with people. And then I also got an Instagram for Jack's Top Tailor. If you search it, all the hashtags regarding clothing, pretty much you can find me under too.
Perfect. So. Well, definitely check him out, guys. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Sure. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time at The Buzz.